something out of my head, you know, and having that in front of me is just so like, I don't know what word, just empowering and I don't know, just I've never been too good with words, so to speak. I mean, I definitely look up to people who like write songs. I'm like really into hip hop and stuff like that, so like just the wordsmith of that and all, you know, I look up to stuff like that because for me I'm completely not there. So, you know, just being able to create artwork which says something to someone, not necessarily that it says something to me, because the way I kind of create artwork, I just kind of start going. I don't necessarily have an idea in mind of what I'm going to do. I just let it come out, you know, and then when it's all said and done, then I sit back and like whatever I take from that image is, you know, obviously super personal, but it's also, you know, other viewers who see the artwork and what they take from that too is really cool to hear what their interpretation of the piece is.
I don't rhyme cause I wanna be, rhyme cause I gotta be, with this energy moving me. Shine cause the gloom don't appeal none, like wine without cheese my dreams come. Vivid HD cause I'm living numb, y'all seen hard times but the more was. Now they be sipping, grind till they listen, peeping this vibe you gon' feel a buzz. I see when they frontin', they keep the status, they cuffin' someone to hold on the grudges of being two with the nothing. And after all of the bluffing, it's just the truth that they suckin'. But if you still got someone that I get you out from up under defeat, cause I'm raw with the speech.
I've always done artwork, like ever since I was little. My dad's like completely covered in tattoos, and my mom drew a lot and is a pretty good illustrator in her own right. She kind of stopped doing that as I got older because I would have her, you know, do drawings for me, and I was all stoked on it. But as I got older, she pretty much told me to do it myself, and that's what kind of pushed me to do it, because I just loved that she could do that, create that stuff. I always liked doing different mediums. I hated, you know, like trying one medium and sticking to that. I'm gonna do acrylic and watercolor, colored pencils, markers, and that's, I think, just that's what I like about art, that I could, you know, I can kind of take my personal style and like put it into anything, you know, any medium. So tattooing obviously is just another medium for me, but I guess the you know, first of all, the permanence of it, the relationship between me and the client, because, you know, we are, you know, depending on what we're doing, be there for numerous hours and hours on end. So it's just, you know, the relationships that are created through that, because it's definitely kind of a personal situation. They'll forever remember, you know, getting that tattoo. You know, I think it's just super cool for me to be a part of in their life. You know, and, you know, wherever they go on from there, they will always remember getting that tattoo. I started this drawing and it ended up being a lion and an alligator, like in conflict, like fighting each other in the water. And from that kind of drawing, again, not having an initial idea, I was like, okay, well, I really like this. I want to get back into like this whole mirror thing that I've been doing. So I took that image, I mirrored it, and I'm painting it right now. And then as I started doing that piece, I was like, you know, this is a you know, obviously a piece of conflict. I think conflict and struggle is definitely something, I mean, for me, something I've definitely had some kind of crazy things going on in my life, and so my dad was in prison and still in prison, and my mom was kind of in and out of jail on drugs. I mean, I feel like obviously that's a crazy struggle. Like I said, he went in for the last time when I was 7 years old, and so yeah, that's crazy to deal with. And you know, for like going through school, it's just like, oh, you know, it's almost like a, oh yeah, my dad's in prison. You know, you say it, and that honestly like helps you deal with it. You know, because you can be, you know, Anyway, so yeah, that always being there. I was raised by my great aunt and her two daughters who, you know, my great aunt's 89 now. Her daughters are 70. That whole experience of being raised by three elderly Okie women is, you know, something to behold. And, but yeah, it's just like it shaped who I am. I mean, they're very traditional and just kind of this is the way it is, you know, or whatever. And I've been, you know, with my wife for 15 years now, and just that whole traditional, you know, being instilled in me. And also, again, you know, my parents, you know, not being raised by my parents and stuff like that. Again, wanting to, you know, create the life for my son and my family that I never had in regards to that. So yeah, that would be the struggle and the conflict of me, like with me growing up. That's the main thing. I've definitely had other things going on through life, as everyone does, but that's the one that it's just like the pinpoint. I got in trouble when I was 16 and ended up getting sent to CARP. At that time, I was, you know, pretty much straight F's in high school, ditching all the time, just not even there in high school. And I got in trouble and got sent here, and at the time I thought it was, you know, the worst thing ever because I'd never been away from my family. But in hindsight, it ended up being the best thing for me. I found my wife while I was still in there, and as soon as I got out, you know, we were together, and we stayed together. And it turned out to be the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It's all me.